What is up, and good morning, good day, wherever you're at. It is episode of Dynasty Pylon. We are doing the Carolina Panthers today, and only Carolina Panthers. Today is the Panthers Day. Why we chose this? We decided to go with draft order. We did this last year, and it was pretty fun as we kind of deep dive into every single team. Mark just realized something today as he was looking at this team.
I did.
So it's interesting because you know we talk about all 32 teams, right? We're not just a channel of just one team. Um, we talk about all 32, and then we do these episodes after the draft, and we start learning and looking at these rosters and start like actually deciding like, okay, well, are they going to be good? Are they going to be crap? Or are they going to be mediocre? So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. So let me kind of do a rundown overview of what just basically kind of from last year. The Carolina Panthers fired Matt Rule last year, and then kind of like just went on to this massive trade in the offseason to jump up to number one, to get their guy. Presumably, they're going to be their future quarterback, Bryce Young. So we'll be talking about him eventually. I mean, last year they had a plethora of QBs between Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, PJ Walker, um, and then I think they had also made some signings with Andy Dalton as well. So it's kind of the quarterback has been up and down for the last couple of years. So hopefully this is going to be their year. Um, so Frank Reich comes in, and he is now the main guy. He is the head honcho. He's the main cheese, taking over the Panthers. So, and then Thomas Brown is taking over offensive coordinator. So should be interesting. So go ahead and talk about these draft picks, Mark, and see what you actually think about it. So let me put them up real quick in the room.
Alrighty. So first off, neither Martin or I realized that they only had 5 picks in the whole
Yeah.
draft. We were both like, "Wow, 5." But I
Yeah.
feel like they got some pretty good value. I mean, obviously, number one overall, Bryce Young, QB out of Alabama. Pretty much the consensus number one quarterback in the draft. And then I think they scored a bit of a sleeper pick in the second with Jonathan Mingo. I know you and Brian really like him, wide receiver out of Ole Miss. And
Yeah.
then they got DJ Johnson, edge rusher out of Oregon, which was actually the Pittsburgh's pick, number 80. And then number 114, they got Chandler Savala, a guard out of NC State. And then with the 145 and the fifth, they got Jamie Robinson, safety out of Florida State.
Right. So what do you think about just only having the 5? Like, you think they did overall pretty good? Like,
Yeah, I like their first 3 picks. Like I said, I like Bryce Young. I actually like you guys. I do like Jonathan Mingo. So it's kind of cool to get your 1-2 punch in one
mhm,
draft, which they
mhm,
kind of needed to do because they don't have their first round pick next year because
right,
of the trading up with the Bears.
right,
And
right.
then I like DJ Johnson, the edge rusher out of Oregon. And
Hmm.
then I don't know I mean guard was probably a need, I would imagine. But I mean fourth rounder, we'll see if they play much. And then I'm just
Yeah,
assuming the fifth round pick was more of a filler spot, get some
I'm look
bodies in the secondary.
I'm looking at this depth chart and I'm looking like how like where these guys are going.
Mm-hmm.
I know I use our lads, and that's kind of like a depth chart for this team. Um, I know you use ESPN, right, or NFL or something
Yeah,
like that.
I'm on ESPN right now. They have
Okay.
Jamie Robinson as like the third strong safety behind Von Bell and Eric Rowe.
Oh, that's right. They end up getting Von Bell as well. Yeah.
This has
Um,
Xavier Woods starting over Jeremy Chin. Why do I not believe that for a second?
no, that's not no. There's no way. Unless
Yeah,
they're
look at
like
that.
doing some weird nickel type stuff.
Oh, this also has Jeremy Chin at back. Oh, Jeremy Chin might be the nickel corner.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it might be like a
Yeah, because
nickel,
he's listed as like the third corner.
but he has that size to be like a linebacker anyway. So let
Yeah.
me let me see, let me pull up what I have here, and then we'll look at
Obviously, Bryce Young is going to be slated as the starting quarterback from week 1, I would assume.
Yeah. So here we have Frank. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Mingo at number 4, but that's because they brought in Thielen and Chark.
Right.
And then you got Terrence Marshall, who was already there.
Yeah. Here we go. Let me add that. There you go. So yeah. Here we are with the O line. We have Aquanu, Christensen, Bozeman, Austin Corbett, and then Taylor Martin, and then I forgot that they went out and got Hayden Hurst.
Yep, and then Hayden Hurst was a
addition to this. Mm-hmm. With the Miles Sanders getting there, they brought in some pieces, and you don't actually think about it like, oh yeah, they're not leaving him just, out there and out to dry. They're actually
Sorry, go ahead. I was just saying,
they actually brought in pieces, it's just like, okay.
When we were looking at the depth chart before we started, I was like, oh, dang. Because I was talking to Braden yesterday, and we were talking like, who do you think will be better this year, CJ Stroud or Young? And I was almost leaning towards Stroud. But now that I'm actually looking at this roster, I'm like, well, to be honest, Bryce Young isn't that bad off.
No, he has pieces. The thing is, so we'll be talking about Houston tomorrow. So if you guys want to join in on that, tomorrow we'll be doing Houston, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 Pacific Mountain. So, but yeah, no, it's they're not like totally out to dry. They got Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard as their main 1-2 punch, as you were saying earlier. The backups, they brought in Andy Dalton, Matt Corral is there, Jacob Eason, which we've seen a little bit of him when he was at the Colts. So they have someone to throw. Their tight end room is interesting. They have Ian Thomas. I guess Tommy Tremble's not a thing, and I liked him in college. So
yeah, that is weird because I thought towards the end of the year he started to break out a little bit, but
yeah, just a little bit, yeah. So I'm interested in what they do. Yeah, but Hayden Hurst, man, is just. He's one of those guys. He's always productive no matter where he goes. He was with the Panthers, then went to the Falcons, then he went to Cincinnati. Or no, with the Ravens. Sorry, with the Ravens, Panthers, Cincinnati. Now he's with the Panthers. It wouldn't surprise me if he still gets a couple of touchdowns this season, without a doubt. I don't see why they wouldn't. He's a very good tight end. Like he's not. The best, but he's decent enough to
solid. Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah. So,
he can be a very solid security blanket for Bryce Young. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I think he's probably going to be his go-to. A lot of the times the tight ends their first look, just when their first year, he's the closest guy. So, here at the receiver core we have Terrence Marshall, DJ Chark, Adam Thielen as the 1, 2, 3, and then Jonathan Mingo, who. Myself and Braden, we kind of like this guy. He's like 6'2", 220. So it's pretty good.
You got Chenault lingering there too. So
right. He's gonna be a good return man, I think.
So they got depth. I mean, they don't have like. I feel like they don't have a true number 1 receiver, but they got 4 deep number 2 receivers. So
I don't know about TMJ. He might be kind of, I don't know, man. I had high hopes for him, and he's just not.
I did too.
So I don't know about him yet. I wouldn't be surprised if Jonathan Mingo just kind of takes over, and then it's going to be DJ Chark, Thielen, and Mingo.
Maybe having Thielen there will help him. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't think that. What we saw, I don't think it's transitioning into the NFL.
Part of JJ's success had to have been working with Thielen, I feel like.
Probably, maybe, like teaching him.
Yeah, so now you can have that effect on Mingo and Chenault, because they're all still young. Chenault only like 23 or 24.
And then DJ Chark's only, 26, you said?
Yeah, DJ Chark's only 26.
Yeah,
pretty young at receiver still, too.
Right. What's up, Braden? Diami Bird is sneaky good in certain games too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, yep,
he's
right
down
here.
here after Chenault.
Yeah.
So no, he can be. Shy Smith can be too. So it's I don't know. We'll see what they do. It's not like they're like horrible. I would imagine next year they probably go after a receiver, probably first round. Maybe I don't know. Let's see. So if I'm looking at this depth chart, I could imagine that they would probably go after a receiver first, man. I don't see anything else outside of that. That's probably most necessary needed because they don't have their first anymore.
They
They
do
traded
not.
that to the Bears. So if the Panthers suck, the Bears have the overall 101.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But
uh,
I can't. I don't know. I can't envision them being that bad. I mean, I don't think they'll be amazing or even good for
mhm,
that matter. But I still don't think they're going to be that bad. Because if you look at their defense, they got some studs on defense too.
yeah. Go ahead and read off your defensive side of what you have over there.
So I got left defensive end Henry Anderson, nose tackle Shy Tuttle, Derek Brown. Um, this has weak side linebacker Brian Burns. That's different.
Do you know that's
Why?
like edged?
Am I going to get a dual threat with Brian Burns? Heck yeah.
You might.
Sign me up. I'm guessing they're moving. Yeah, this says they're moving to a 3-4. So yeah, he's going to be the
Yeah.
linebacking.
I have
That's
I have
weird. All right, I like it.
3-4 on here as well. I have more
And then,
linebackers listed as
yeah.
theirs.
And then they got the two main inside linebackers of Shaq Thompson and Frankie Louvu,
Yeah.
who we both like both of them. And then they got the other linebacker of Marquise Haynes Sr. And then they got Dante Jackson and J.C. Horn at corners, Fawn Bell, Xavier Woods at safety. Then obviously starbacker Jeremy Chin will most likely be on the field for most plays.
Yeah. For the most part though, Frankie Louvu kind of stepped up a big time last year.
I agree.
And then you got Edor Gross-Matos here, so he's pretty good too. It's a solid defensive, core. I think they're going to do pretty good.
Brian Burns is going to be a beast.
Yeah, now that like we're actually just talking about the Panthers today. Now I'm looking at this roster isn't really that bad. Outside the receivers, I think they're okay. They could contend, but I don't think they're gonna make it.
Why did I think Brian Burns was a bigger guy? I don't know what I was thinking.
He's not. He's just a quick, shifty guy.
He's 6'5", 250. So that actually being in that outside linebacker spot his production is going to go through the roof, probably. So heck yeah.
I mean, he played edge anyway, so it's not like it's.
No, I know, but for some reason I thought he was like 6'5", close to 300. I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I have him on my team. I could have looked at any point, I guess.
So Von Bell edition is interesting. Probably going to teach Jamie Robinson something, but I don't think he's going to turn out to be anything soon. Maybe next year, but even then, it's like if they stay good, Von Bell might just stay longer. So,
well, I think Von Bell is a serviceable veteran, and he'll help the younger people. Because I mean, you still got Jeremy Chin, who's still kind of young. Oh, I guess Xavier Woods is pretty. He's like the same age, right? Isn't he like 20? Oh, he's 27. He's a little younger than I thought he was, but. But I got like guys like JC, who's 23 still.
Yeah, and then you got CJ Henderson in there too, so who was also a former first-round pick from Jacksonville, who they traded last year for him.
Yep.
So
they're pretty
DB wise,
they're pretty stacked in the secondary. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're pretty good at DB. Like this defense could be nasty. Pretty solid linebackers, pretty solid DBs, and the line's not that half bad either. So, they might be giving some people some hell.
Yeah. I mean,
IDP
especially if
wise,
Brian Burns and company can get to the quarterback, that'll
yeah.
leave open for people like Chin, JC,
Gross
freaking.
Tomatoes might go a little bit, have a
That's
higher
nuts.
production now too.
Oh, I
I would
agree.
imagine grabbing one of these pieces for an IDP league. I wouldn't mind. I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, I already Jeremy Chin, but I wouldn't mind getting more, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Von Bell or Frankie Luvo. Gross Matos might be someone. Obviously, Burns might be already taken. Jeremy Chins might be taken. Von Bell might be taken, but Shaq Thompson might be taken. Luvo might be still out there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be shocked if, like, 4 games in, you see Gross Matos getting more snaps than, Haynes at the strong side linebacker position.
Yeah. Well, I think the
Like,
reason it's strong side linebackers is that's going to be the edge. I think they just need to label it that now.
yeah, no, it is. That's what I'm saying. Because, like,
Mm-hmm.
Haynes is 29, about to be 30.
Right.
And then you got the young kid, Matos, back here, who could probably.
Mm-hmm. So
Obviously,
it's not bad. It's like overall, it's not bad. Offensively,
wrong.
they need some help at that. Defensively, they got that, but Gregory Hill's pretty solid linebacker too. So
I think offensively they need help with interior linemen. I mean, I think obviously they got their corner left tackle, their right tackle is really good. I just don't know how sold I am on these inside guys.
yeah,
But I guess that
I
works
would
out because they
imagine.
have running backs. I'll probably more bounce to the outside, so I guess it kind of works out for what they have.
Right.
They don't have that
I would
bruising
imagine next
back.
year they go focus on offense, like first couple
I would
picks.
assume.
So overall, not bad. I don't think they're going to be like division winners.
I
But
mean, it
as we go
could.
into,
Like we said, your division could be won with 7 or 8 wins.
yeah, that's true. That's true. This division's kind of interesting. So, what's up, then, boys? How are you, man? Yeah, we're bright and early here on the west side. So,
Yeah.
we'll be up around this time tomorrow too, talking about the Houston Texans. So, right now we are probably at people's lunch hours out on the East Coast. So, yeah,
Yep. It's about 11:30 here.
yeah. So, tomorrow we'll
What's
be
up, then,
starting at
boys?
11:30. So we'll be starting about this time. So, all right. So let's move on with the schedule, and then we'll talk about how we feel about it.
Sounds good.
So I haven't really looked much at the schedule.
I didn't
So
either until earlier when I was
I
making
just
it.
realized how freaking big I made this thing. Uh, so week one,
Oh yeah. Hi, I'm here.
yeah, week one you got the Panthers. Week two, the Saints. Then we got
Falcons. They are the Panthers.
or crap, Falcons, Saints. Look, it's 8:30 in the morning, right?
I know. I'm just messing with you, man. Week one, they got the Panthers.
They got the Falcons, they got the Saints, and then Seattle, Vikings, Lions, and Dolphins. And then they have kind of an early bye. To me, that's kind of early,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean,
No, that's early.
so I would like to have something a little bit later, but it is what it is.
Hey, 7's still better than 4. So, or
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. So, I don't know if they'll beat the Falcons. I think there's too much talent that the Falcons acquired this year,
Plus, it's an
especially
away
on
game.
defense. Say what?
It's an away game too,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So, yeah, the Red Stallions. Yeah, that's that meme, man, is just flying everywhere. It's funny. It's like that's the one that everyone triggered on. So I don't know if you saw the interview of like the team names, and they were asking random people, and then this one woman goes, "I don't know, the Red Stallions." Like she was so confident that there was the Red Stallions. So now it's just a thing.
Yeah, I don't think you have the right schedule, my guy.
Really? We're talking.
Yeah, their first week is against the Ravens.
Are you sure? Did I
And
pull
then
it?
the
I don't know. It
Colts.
says 2023.
Mine says
I can take it
2023
down.
too. Oh, I have Ravens.
I think you're.
Oh, I'm looking
Mark,
at the wrong team.
You're
Sorry.
looking
I'm
at the
looking at the
wrong
wrong team. I
question.
switched it to the Texans. Apparently, I just realized.
Why?
That's me.
Apparently,
That's
you're
me.
ready for
Don't
tomorrow.
mind me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember switching it over, but I did. Don't mind me.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Falcons. I don't know if they'll beat them. And then New Orleans, they could beat. I don't think they'll beat them. You think so?
It's a home game. They're fairly even, I think.
I
It
don't think
depends
so,
on how
man.
quickly Bryce Young picks up Frank Reich's offense, honestly.
True, but I don't think so, man. I think Derek Carr and company are still pretty solid. Like, he's got decent receivers. The defensive is still
He had
there.
great
And
receivers and
Demario
tight
Davis
ends.
Say what?
In Oakland. I said he had great tight ends and receivers in Las Vegas, and he still couldn't win.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That one's going to be the interesting one.
I agree. That is going to be an interesting one. I just kind of give the Panthers the edge because they're at home. But I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if the Saints won. I wouldn't.
Then we got the Seattle Seahawks.
Probably a loss.
That's going to be a loss, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota, probably another loss.
I think it'll be close, but I think Minnesota wins.
Detroit, probably another loss.
Probably.
Miami, man, this whole two is going to screw this.
I know, right? I know. Every time I see a Dolphins, I'm like, is Tua playing?
If Tua's playing,
if Tua's playing, they're getting blown out.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. If Tua's not playing,
I still feel like the Dolphins could win, but I feel like it'll be a lot closer.
I'm gonna not think negatively, and I'm gonna say Tua plays this entire season, right?
I will too. So I'm gonna go Dolphins.
And I hope he does. I really do. Dolphins are winning that one. Houston,
they could win that one.
Maybe, yeah. Indianapolis,
they could win that one.
Okay. You think so?
I think they could beat Indy. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying they can.
Okay. And we haven't actually entirely looked to these other teams either. So as we go along with these freaking, team episodes, I bet you my opinion is going to change on some of these as we go along.
Oh, I'm sure.
So Chicago.
How much you want to bet DJ goes to Fields and is like, I'm going to be open every play?
Oh, I hope Chicago beats them. I think Chicago beats them.
Throw me the ball. I will be open. I promise.
This defense is pretty good. I'm looking at this defense, man. It's pretty freaking good, dude.
Yeah.
But I think Chicago pulls through.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dallas is a loss.
Yeah. I think they could beat the Titans.
They could probably beat the Titans. Tampa Bay.
They could beat Tampa. I think it'll be close.
I don't think they do.
I'm just saying they can beat them. I'm not saying they will.
Yeah.
I'm going out, like, if I see a game, I'm going, could this be a potential win?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done my exact will they win or not in my head yet. I'm kind of going over that right now.
Tampa Bay, and then they got New Orleans, Atlanta. So they have a run of all divisional teams.
See? Look at that.
Say what?
He said Panthers are only favored in 3 games, but there are quite a few close ones. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we get to some of these games, and I'm like, they'll probably lose, but I feel like they had a chance to win that one.
Yeah. Some of these, I'm just looking, I'm like, kind of like.
Yeah. It's not like you get to a game and you're just like, oh, that's a loss. There's no way they're winning that,
Yeah. Green Bay.
Again, I mean, I feel like that's not a guaranteed loss, but
Is
I wouldn't be.
it weird that I kind of want Jordan Love to do good?
I kind of want him to do good too.
Like just straight up ball out.
Not just for Braden's sake, but
well, yeah, I'm actually glad Brian's not here because then he would be
right.
The Lightning McQueen's my favorite. What you talking about? Did we miss something?
Oh, that's the Chargers. I don't see him on there, but someone called the Chargers the Lightning McQueens.
Oh.
During the Titans like schedule release video, they were asking people like, "What is this?"
Oh yeah.
Some old lady was like, "Lightning McQueen."
Yeah. Yeah. No, that video, man, is just it's hilarious. I forgot most of them.
So he sees 5 wins max, probably 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Oh man.
This is our last game because we don't have it on there. We only have 17 here. It's not showing.
What are you talking about? It's the Buccaneers, week 18.
Oh, that's right. There's only 17 games. God, I am not working. My brain's broken today.
Where are you today?
My brain's broken today.
Where are you,
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I was thinking 18 because there's 18 weeks.
No, yeah, like it's I don't know. So I was talking about the team. Yeah. Holy crap. Hey, what's up?
What's up,
Andrew? How are you, man? Love the Titans schedule release. Hate the hat though.
Yeah, you would hate my hat. Penguins fan, boo.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at this. They could split with New Orleans. They could split with Tampa Bay. I don't think they. Man, Atlanta's the weird one. They did so much in the offseason for that defense that it's like, I think that they're going to actually. Because last year they had like 8 or 9 wins, right? Now they've upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they beat Atlanta.
But Atlanta upgraded too.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about. Atlanta upgraded like miraculously, like a lot. So I'm thinking they could have about 1, 2.
No, they didn't win 8 games. They only won like 6 or 7 because
the Falcons. No, well they could have, or was I forgot this freaking
because the Buccaneers won the schedule or won the division, the South, right? But they were like 7-9 or 7-10, I thought.
I can't remember actually. Now I'm looking at it. Last year, it was 7-10.
Yeah.
So all 3 teams finished 7-10, except for the Buccaneers with 8. God, this division sucks. This division sucks. We're like you guys now, man.
Yeah, but I feel like 3 of the teams took steps forward, while I feel like the Bucs might have taken some steps back. But that's going to happen when you lose, Tom Brady as your quarterback. So,
yeah. So I'm looking over this. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 games. I'm gonna say 6 games.
Yeah, I'm about at the 6 mark too.
I
feel like they'll be in a lot more games. Like they're not gonna have like the blowouts that I felt like they had from time to time last year.
Right. I'm gonna say about 6
in
games.
The majority of these, but I still only see him winning about 6. And that's just because you have a rookie quarterback, and even the great quarterbacks struggle their rookie. Like look at Peyton Manning, 28 interceptions his rookie year, holds the rookie record.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't think I hope that Jordan Love actually does good this season. But anyways, Andrew, how you do, man?
Yeah. No, I love the Titans schedule. That was probably my favorite schedule release.
Yeah, it's I think so funny, dude.
Man, according to this, they would play the Dallas Cowboys twice. Because they kept calling the Colts the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys? That has to be the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, that's the Dallas Cowboys. It has to be. And then the Texans.
Yeah. All right. So next year, the Panthers are a weird predicament. They've lost their first. They gave it to Chicago, obviously, to trade to get a Bryce Young. The third, fourth, fifth, and a sixth. But you know what's funny? The fifth is actually a Titans pick, and then they have another fifth from San Francisco, and then their sixth is from Arizona. So the back end is not even like any of theirs anymore.
Interesting.
So if they only have 6 wins, they're going to be towards the top 10. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if I'm going to look, I think...
Which would give the Bears a nice draft pick.
Oh, yeah. Easy. Which means in the second round, the Panthers are going to have to pick up somebody like a receiver. I don't know. Let me look at the receiver for next year. Next year's receivers, I think, is going to be... It's not... Besides Marvin Harrison Jr., obviously.
So this is my first impression of next year's draft. The top tier talent is going to be better than this year's draft, but the depth is not there.
Bingo. I agree 100%. I agree 100% on that one. So I feel like...
Because you look at like Marvin Harrison's going to be better than any receiver in this past draft. Bowser's going to be better than any tight end in this past draft. Caleb Williams will probably be better than any quarterback in this past draft. But like once you get past the like top 2 or 3 of each position, it's suddenly such a drop in talent.
The good thing about next year's receivers is they even out the size. They are now like they're tall.
Yeah, this year was kind of short.
Shorties for the last 2 years. So finally, we got Marvin Harrison at 6'4", Amika Abuku at freaking 6'1", Xavier Worthy 6'1", and then Roma Dance is at 6'3", and then Troy Franklin is at 6'3". Those are the top 5 right now.
I had no idea Marvin Harrison Jr. was 6'4". That's nuts.
No, yeah, he's a monster, dude. He's a monster. Yeah. So, honestly, I think if the Cardinals suck as much as we think they'll probably end up doing, he's going to be a Cardinal, dude.
We said 6, Braden. We both landed on 6.
Yeah, we both landed on 6. I'm curious on what we haven't looked at the over/under, but that's where Braden comes in. Braden will probably look.
Well, that's why he asked if he missed it because he hadn't posted it yet.
Oh, okay.
7.5.
7.5.
Oh, we saw that on Sunday, I think, too. Now that I remember,
we did.
We talked something about. He brought up the Bears and where he wants the Panthers to be, and I think Braden said 7.
Oh, that's right. That's
Someone
right.
said 7.5 was their win total.
Yeah. Yeah, freaking Brian.
But see, 7.5 to me isn't far fetched.
That's only like a game or 2 out.
Like I said, like even though I don't have them winning most of their games, I still feel like they could win a lot of them.
Yeah. So this make you feel better. Next year, the shortest top out of the top 10 receivers coming in next year, the shortest one is 6 foot.
Wow.
So I have a feeling these guys are going to land someone.
Well, there you go.
And I think awesome. Malik Neighbors might be the guy who's out of LSU next year for the Panthers. So it's going to be interesting. I got Marvin Harrison, Mika Abuka, Xavier Worthy, Roma Dance, and then Troy Franklin, Johnny Wilson, Malik Neighbors, Rondé Gadsden, and then Ja'Cory Brooks. So
it's true. LSU does need to have some receivers come out because they're getting replaced as wide receiver U.
Yeah. Yeah. They're favored in the games against Texans, Colts, Falcons, and Bucks.
I'm assuming the Falcons is the home game.
I don't know. The Falcons one's going to be interesting to me.
But I'm assuming they're favored in their home game against the Falcons, is what I was saying.
Yeah, maybe. And I have a feeling it's just because like they were so close last year that both teams kind of made moves, sort of.
Oh, I agree.
So where this year it's going to be they just kind of
and they both kind of have granted Ritter has a little more experience.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're fairly similar in the quarterback position too.
Yeah. December 19th game at home.
Yep. There you go.
So, but anyways, yeah, today we just did Panthers. Tomorrow we're gonna be talking about the Houston Texans. It's gonna be another kind of, I guess to us it's like we're podcast form, so this is kind of short. I guess. So,
It's nice though.
Oh yeah, it's fun. We're gonna start off at 8:30 Pacific Mountain Standard Time, 11:30 East Coast time. So we'll be here, coming in here at lunch hour somewhere, wherever the hell you're at, and then we'll just kind of increase it and see where the best numbers are at. We typically do this every year. So, but then Wednesday we're having our IDP draft. That's that night draft. That one should be fun. Oh crap, I forgot. If you guys want to do the sleeper draft, it is in the description below. I can actually put it up here in the chat if you guys want. But
oh yeah, that's gonna be Wednesday. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, Wednesday night we're doing that. We're gonna also have IDP players in there as well. Hopefully you can fill it up to 12, but if not, that's fine. I could narrow it down. But it's in the description. I'll put it in the chat again if you guys want, and then so you guys can get in. But we have still a lot of roster slots left. We'll get it filled at some point, somehow, some way. So it's going to be interesting because I think Bijan's going to be the number one still.
I think so.
Or JJ. I think JJ might be the guy. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, anything else on the Panthers?
No, I mean
it's so weird. We're just talking about the Panthers today.
Right.
I forget that.
I feel like if they do things right, I mean, I know they don't have first round picks because they traded up, but they still knock out free agency, develop Bryce Young, like 2-3 years tops. This could be a scary team.
They're pretty young too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. So I one with 6 wins. Vegas is saying 7.5. So we'll see what happens. We'll stick with the 6, and
yeah, I'm gonna stick with 6. But like I said, even if they got 8 or 9, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I think what we should do is in our little scroll there at the bottom, just before, I think we should put predicted 6 wins, and then so when we look back at it, we'll see how accurate we were, because we were accurate on some of them last year.
Yeah, we were pretty spot on some of them.
Yeah. So
Bears.
Yeah.
So, Lions.
Right. The Lions. Jesus. But yeah, there it is. All
right.
Quick run through of what it is, and then Bryce Young, Jonathan Mingo, DJ Johnson, Chandler Zavala, and then Jamie Robinson. So a little bit of everything, everywhere, kind of pieces what they needed. But that is the Carolina Panthers. Tomorrow we'll be doing the Houston Texans, and we'll be coming in 8:30 at Mountain Standard Time Pacific, and then 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then after the Texans on Thursday, holy crap, who are we doing?
Well, Texans are tomorrow, Tuesday.
No, yeah, Texans are tomorrow. The Colts will be Thursday. Yeah. So.
And then the Seahawks.
Right, Friday.
Friday will be the Seahawks.
Yeah, so, and then, yeah. So anyways, I'll see you guys around for tomorrow. If you guys want to talk about Texans and how we think about Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. Honestly, that one's going to be interesting to me because I really want CJ Stroud to succeed.
I'm kind of excited for that Panthers-Texans game, honestly.
It's always nice to see the rookie QBs go
against Stroud versus Bryce Young,
yeah. So, but other than that, though, wherever the hell you guys, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you guys are at. This is Dynasty Pylon. We're talking about the Texans tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. And Wednesday should be fun. That one should be a little bit more high energy, high pace. Where today we just kind of like break down the team. So, yeah.
Later.
Yep. I'll see you guys then. Hopefully see you guys there. I cannot find the banner for the I don't know why. It's so early here, man.
I bet.
God. I don't know whose idea this was.
I don't know. Yours. I thought we were going on like 2 my time.
I know.
Like 11 your time.
I know. See you tomorrow, guys. Yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Later.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. When I watch me elevate.